Just that the demolition of the wall is within the catchment area, within his catchment area, because I know that the buffer zone is supposed to be some 100 feet. According to the story that you brought to us, they've agreed on 40 feet. Is he within the 40 feet or he's gone beyond it? And for listeners who are listening to us, please make time and join us on Facebook, LUV 99.5 FM, and see for yourself what we're talking about. The wanton, destruction of that sanctuary, the fact that we're not respecting the policy that has been laid down. So back to my question, Erastus, is he saying that he has not done any wrong? Is that what he's saying?
Well, he wouldn't talk about the encroachment. He wouldn't talk about whether he has eaten into the reserve or not. But for the linguist, he admitted that, yes, he has seen that he has eaten into the boundary, but he did not know the boundary when he was building. And it was after he built that he got to know from the authorities that he has gone beyond the boundary, but he has already built. And so they told him not to go beyond it again. But David, when you look at the existing buffer zone policy, 300 meters between every watermark, if you look at where this building is, and if you try to calculate in your own mind's eye how this is, then clearly you could see that the developments around that area are violating this particular buffer zone, government's buffer zone policy. And where they showed me, I mean, the reserve people showed me as the boundary, this building has gone way beyond that boundary and getting close into the reserve itself. I'm referring to the house built by the chief's associates.
Okay, so tell me this: the other people who are building and encroaching on this sanctuary, are they themselves also privy to the fact that they are doing an illegality? The chief doesn't want to speak to it. The linguist has admitted, but he says he doesn't know. What about the other people who are developing? What have they said to you?
David, many of them do not really care. From our interaction with them, they are more concerned about getting a land in the area to build. And even if you sell the land to them, for them, they say that the land was sold to them by the chief. And so for them, they have bought a land. Whether it violates any buffer zone policy, that is none of their concern. Until the reserve people stand their ground and say, we'll not allow you to develop. For them, if you leave them, some of them, we learned, even build in the night to avoid the prying eyes of the reserve guard. And so it tells you the impunity with which they will want to develop if the laws are not enforced. So when you speak with them, you get the sense that, yes, they know that there are boundaries, but they don't really care. As long as the chief sells the land to them, they feel that they have the right to develop.
So, Erastus, we all know the importance of water, and that is why, we are preserving, this sanctuary. We're protecting this sanctuary. Now, knowing that you, Erastus, you follow a lot of Galamsey stories, knowing the destruction to the environment and water bodies, and now what is happening, in this area or this reserve?